Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on Teens Renewed. This is episode 3, season 1 of Teens Renewed. I'm your host Casey, and if you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do the most, and share, and share. So guys, before we get right into the video, we have a short announcement. This will be the last episode for the year 2021, but we'll be back next year 2022 better, with better content coming right to your screens. Okay, with that said, let's get right into it. And we are back. So for today's episode, I have with me Bianca talking to me about dealing with loss. Hi Bianca, how are you?
Hi Casey.
I'm good, thank you.
I'm also good.
Thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
Okay, my name is Bianca. I'm known as Bianca or Bianchi, whichever. I'm a student majoring in accounting at the University of Namibia.
You're not go.
Okay, I'm also busy with a book. I'm busy writing a book. It's my first time though, so I'm working on it. And I'm
Your first
excited.
book?
Yeah.
Oh wow, what do you think? What is it about? What will it be about?
It is titled Beyond My Control. I focuses on how to deal with our thoughts. So it actually how to subconsciously deal with our thoughts. You know, it's more on psychological terms to say.
And mental health.
And mental health. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really nice. Honestly, that's really nice.
It's not easy though. I mean, it's difficult topics. When you're writing those things, you need to get into research, understand what you're really talking about before you share it with people. But
yeah, and basically doing research, a lot of research, psychological.
A lot of reading. You need to read. You need to understand, because we're talking about the mind. Yeah, the subconscious. You know, the other mind that you don't even know. You know, it's kind of deep though.
Yeah, too deep for me. Yeah,
I understand.
Okay, Bianca, so without any further ado, you were basically telling me about how you lost both your parents in 1 year. Can you take me through that? How did that happen?
Of course, I lost my mother. The first time it was my mother when I was in my matric year. Unfortunately, they both passed on in the same year. So my mother was she just got sick, and you know, within a short period of time, it was just a whole chaos. So I just came from school.
It was unexpected?
Of course, it was unexpected. I just came from school, got dressed, I was resting, and all of a sudden this happened, and you know, I just had to find out that it's my mother. About my dad, he was sick for a very period of time. So I kind of knew the condition or the road ahead of him though. But you know, when you hear death, it's like we know somebody's gonna die, but when they die, it's just a whole shock.
It's a shock, yes.
Yeah, but it is what it is though.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's not really is what it is, because I feel like that statement comes with, it's like a generational statement to say it happened, it was probably God's will, but then it's like they don't allow you to grieve for too long, because they're like, no, just move on, you know, life goes on, But yeah, anyways, so what kind of relationship did you have with your parents before you passed?
I grew up somewhere else. I grew up with my other mother, to say so. She raised me up since I was a year, but I believe I had a stronger relationship with my mother, because I could in between times we could meet, we can conversate, I could go to her place. I think we just have a mother-daughter relationship, I guess. Even though we couldn't spend a whole 24 hours together, but she was still my mom.
Yeah,
but my dad is just, ever since I was born, my dad was not around me. But then I was looking for him. I mean, of course I would ask his number, and then I would call him. Yeah, so unfortunately it's like when the time came for me to like closely bond with him, to say so, or when you get like I came into contact. Remember, I was small by then, so a lot of things.
How old were you? How old were you
when they passed on? I was 18.
18 years old. That was your matric year.
That was my matric year. Yeah. So, you know, when I grew up, I tend to understand like, no, I have to look for my dad. I have to build a relationship with my dad. But then, unfortunately, it's when the time came, the time where we like decide to talk, or when I used to call him after school, you know, it's when I lost him. So, yeah.
What do you miss most about your parents? Let's start with your mom. The nature. Let's start with the nature. What do you miss?
Okay, with my mom, I miss how it sounds funny though, but I miss how I used to make her angry. And then she would be angry, and then she would start laughing, you know, and it was kind of cute though, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would chase me back to the other homestead where I grew up. No, just go back, making me angry or something like that. But I used to enjoy those moments with her. I mean,
annoying her.
I'm actually an annoying person, by the way. I miss annoying her though. About my dad was all about me, to be honest. Like, at his work, at his everywhere he goes, he used to talk about me. And I think my family or whoever was with him or around his presence, they could testify that. I think I miss how he was just proud of me, and you know, I was his girl. People used to think that I'm just like a newborn baby. Because, you know, when a child is born and everyone is celebrating, that's how it is. But then, that's how my dad used to express to people.
Oh, okay. He used to treat you like a baby all the way.
Yeah, all the way. So I miss his, you know, and his moments of making people laugh around his presence. It was just, that's what I miss about him.
Okay. So when this happened, how was the grieving process for you?
You know, we're talking about grieving. It's a very difficult thing, you know. It's not easy. It's not like you just, because remember you're grieving two people at the same time, or consecutively to say, you know. And you come at a time where you are emotionally incarcerated, to say you are emotionally imprisoned. Because I'm young, I didn't really know how to handle my emotions. And as someone who I don't like showing my pain. It's something that I don't like about myself, but then I don't like showing tears to people. I don't feel the need of letting people know that I'm going through something bad.
Okay.
So in the long run, or in a long period of time, I was just in the same space. Like, okay, I need to be strong.
Self-isolated from everybody else.
Emotionally, to say so.
Oh, so you didn't really open up.
I didn't
emotionally to people.
To people. Like, it could be like, how are you doing? You know, people were so concerned because, of course, you lost both of your parents in the same year. So people are like, you know, on your case. Mm-hmm. Not in a bad way though, but just trying to check up. They're concerned, in other words, to say. So they used to ask me, but I was like, no, I'm just fine. You know, and my sister was like, you need to open up. You need to cry out. You need to, you know, those things.
Yes. Like I feel like the more you talk about something, is the more you are free or become free from it.
Yeah. So I think I also used to like escape from such topics. Like when people want to talk about, I mean, let's help you through this, when I'll be like, come on, I'm just fine, you know.
Yeah. But you were avoiding the conversation.
I was avoiding the conversation because I didn't really feel the need to do that. So even when my parents or my guardians that I was left with were like, okay, let's take you to a psychologist or something, I was like, I'll be fine, you know. Yeah.
So when that happened, you were 18 years old, and now you're 21. So do you feel like at that point that was the best thing to do?
To be emotionally
isolated?
No, it's not. It's not the best thing to do. And if I have to advise somebody else, I wouldn't say they should keep it to themselves. Mm-hmm. Or it's what I said earlier, like you have to know yourself what is really best for you. If you have to cry,
what works for you.
Yeah. If you have to cry, please let it out. Don't keep it in.
Yeah.
Because when you keep things in, it really results in it really gives you like bad results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were later, a bit earlier, you were telling me about how when you keep things, inside, you basically, your body reacts to what you're keeping, to the things that you're not working on. Can you tell me more about that?
What I'm saying is, I gave an example of stress. You know, when you have stress, and you're keeping to yourself, or you're just too stressed.
Yeah.
You know, that results, for example, into depression.
Yeah.
When you're too stressed. So when you keep things inside your body, or inside your heart or your soul, I don't know, whichever it is.
Yeah, whichever it is.
Your body, it becomes, if it's too a lot, your body starts reacting to it, you know, and then you don't even know what's wrong with you now. You're just too weak, or you start getting sick, you're having headaches, you know, this is the body response to what you feed, you know,
to what you don't respond to.
It's like you're feeding yourself and you're seeing the results. So whatever you feed with yourself, the body responds to it. If you eat a lot of food, you gain weight.
The body will respond.
If you drink too much alcohol, your body starts responding to it.
Yeah.
That's as well, that is just the same as these things into your life. Whatever you feed your soul with, and then your body starts to respond. And you see some people, they don't even drink alcohol, they don't even eat a lot, but they're just looking so bad.
And because of the stress, or maybe...
Yeah, it's because of the things that they're going through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the things that they keep inside, that the body basically turns into something bad.
Yeah.
So you were telling me about how different people have different mechanisms for grieving. What was one of yours?
I said writing. That's where I developed the love for writing.
Journaling.
You see? But for me, I wanted it to be more, just not for myself, but also for the rest of the people, because I knew the impact it will have on other people's lives. You know, I'm here sitting, I just have a day at home, I'm sitting writing, I'm writing my story, but I know that this story will inspire the next person, you know. But I was focusing more on our thoughts, you know, on the mind, how people really, what is the way to really deal with this, you know, thing.
This is your book now that you're writing?
Yeah, this is my book that I'm writing. Yeah. So it really, that's where of course my story is involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm more talking about thoughts and all that. Yeah. So I think my coping mechanism for grieving is just writing and here and there talking to people. But
yeah. What are some of the coping mechanisms that are out there? Like, tell me maybe 4 or 3 that somebody that's grieving can maybe use or try.
Okay.
To better them.
Psychology helps. Some people go to people who have more experience in the things, or who have studied more about those things. That really can help. And that is also talking. You know, you're gonna talk to somebody and they would listen to you, they give you advice. That will help for some people.
Yeah.
So some people also don't prefer talking because they don't really feel the need to share their stories. That's why I always tell people to just write, you know, or you have to
write down your,
or even just talking to yourself. If you these things are really, really crazy. They seem as crazy, like, what would I say? You know, when you're just talking to myself. You know what I'm saying?
But it actually works. It really works. Even for myself, actually.
Yeah, you sit at home, you talk to yourself as if you're talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
But then you feel relieved after that.
Yes. And it's also how I feel, honestly. Yeah, like for me, honestly, that's one thing that works for me. Journaling really helps me get things that are really becoming too heavy for my chest to deal with on my own. And obviously I can't really talk to people, I can't talk to my parents, I can't talk to my friends. It's like the only thing that I can do is just journal. Even praying becomes really hard because it's now, you don't even have the words anymore, you know. So yeah, that journaling helps for me.
So you should write it when you go through these things.
Yes, you should
Yeah.
definitely write, honestly. So you said writing, maybe crying also
But
helps.
sometimes you're too weak to write. That's where you should regain yourself again. You just, you know.
What do you do when you're too weak to write? What do you do when you're too weak to write?
I sleep. No, it sounds so lame, but I'm also I'm also learning. You know, I'm growing up. I'm not. I'm just 21. You know.
Yeah.
And through everyday experience, I learn. Okay, today I sleep. Tomorrow I know that I have to be strong enough to be able to let these things out. So that tomorrow again I won't be able to sleep, because sleeping do not really help, because you wake up with the same problems again.
Yes, definitely. It's almost like drinking alcohol. It's like you drink to forget your problems, but then when you sober up again, it's like it's waiting for you at the door.
So when I was still weak, I used to sleep, but then the next day I knew that I really have to be strong enough or to regain my face it, courage and all that to be able to do what I gotta do in order to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing that I wanted to ask is, for example, I'm somebody's friend, and my friend went through the same thing which we, like my friend lost probably somebody that was really close to her, like a father, a mom, or even a sibling, or even a friend, you know. So what can I do to basically help my friend? Or can't I help my friend? What would you want your friends to do for you?
For me, nothing.
Nothing?
It sounds so lame, because we are different people, you know, and you really need to know what type of person is this person, because as I said earlier, people really occupy pain in different manners, you know. Some people don't really feel the need of talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Some people really want to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Some people really want attention when they need when they go through.
Yeah, the comfort of family and friends all
You know.
around. Yeah.
So, but you need to know the person. What kind of, you know.
What
I
kind
think
of a
the best
person?
way for the next person, because sometimes we really do not know what kind of pain people are really going through until we fit in their shoe. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
but we try our best. The best we can to help other people is just to talk to them. And if they're not really appreciating, or they're not really
You don't
welcoming of what we are doing
Yes.
to them, I think that's when you're just trying to tell them, maybe they cry or write or because I think for the next person to help the other person, it's just to talk to somebody.
That's all you can do.
I think that is the best we can.
Oh, that's the best.
What can I do? What other things can I do?
What about maybe
you're going-
making jokes or taking you out and just joking about
Yeah.
everything? you know the friends are
Of course, you can do all those things.
Okay, it's not bad, ne?
No, it's not
Basically try
bad.
to
It's not bad
distract you.
because you're.
I'm busy recording talk, you guys.
Mauritius, bruh.
No, I'm coming. I'm shooting. Oh my word.
How much is coming?
Tell him I'm shooting.
Why am I standing on there? You see?
No, I'm shooting. Tell him I'm shooting.
How much is shooting?
Oh my word. I see my camera guy. I don't know what he wants. You go stand there and watch the camera. We are almost done. It's just one more question and then we are done. Ne? It's still on, ne? Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, of course you can do those things. You know, you can take them out. You can just to cheer them up. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not bad.
You can do that.
And it's also not being selfish at me as a friend.
How are you being selfish? What do you
Like
mean?
I'm trying to enjoy. Or maybe that is what I'm
But I'm
saying.
sure you are also trying to give a good time to them. So
Yeah.
I think it's not
The
really.
intention.
I feel like it's just a selfless effort for you, even though you're gonna benefit in other ways. But of
Yeah.
course, you're trying to like cheer them up and all that.
Yeah, definitely. So the last question to sum this all up is, now that you don't have your parents anymore, Like, what would you like to become one day that will make them proud? What good do you want to do in the world that will maybe like put a smile on their faces up from heaven or wherever they are?
In terms of what?
Like, okay, I want to probably come and say that maybe the book you're writing, or is there anything specific that you would like to become, just to, you know?
Of course, I feel like I'm halfway, not halfway though, maybe I'm 50 or 10% of what I want to be actually. Of course, I'm studying. I'm lucky. I actually consider myself being lucky because I just have all the privileges, opportunities of things I want to do and achieve, you know. So I want to be an author. Like, I want to be like a real author. I want to produce more books, you know, that will really have a positive impact on people, or, you know, that will really be educational or resourceful to people, if I would say. I want to, of course, I want to take care like of my siblings when I'm able to at that specific time, and I think that will really make them proud is, you know, I'm just here taking care of my sisters, brothers, making sure that they're fine. And I think that will be it. And I work hard, you know, I'm trying to work as hard as I can to really accomplish all those things that
so that you can like create a beautiful life for yourself, for your siblings, for your future kids.
Of course, because I feel like I'm the mother to those kids. So,
are you the firstborn?
I'm the secondborn.
Secondborn, okay.
Yeah. But I'm the biggest girl, so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm the biggest daughter.
Girls are responsible 100%.
So I need to really like take care of my siblings and, you know, all these things. And I think that will really make them proud as parents.
Yeah. And what I personally honestly admire about you is the fact that you went through all this in your matric year and still you managed to make it to varsity. Like,
God's grace.
God's grace, right? Oh my word.
You know, when people used to ask me those questions, they were so amazed because, you know, when you're going through tough times, people expect the worst from you.
Yes,
and that is the reality. Yeah, that is 80% of people who just expect you to like, oh, she's gonna fail, you know. And when people used to ask me these things, how do you just manage to go through those things and still smile with people and still talk to people? I used to tell them it's God's grace because, you know, God really have different plans for us. You know? Maybe if I had my parents, I wouldn't be this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like he turns something that was meant for bad.
And you know, when you're going through something, you should remember that God did not give burdens to people that could not handle them. You know, and you should be strong enough because this is all.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
all a part of the plan.
Yeah, it's God's plans. Let me say so, and it's His grace to make me strong enough to come sit here and talk about my experience and you know, to share with people and teach them something.
Definitely cannot even be anything else. With that said, thank you so much for coming. I honestly enjoyed this conversation. I learned a lot.
Thank you.
You know, is there anything else that you would like to maybe say to somebody else out there that, you know, we're in a time of COVID and people are losing parents and uncles and friends and, you know, a lot of loved ones. Is there anything that you can maybe say to them to help them maybe?
What I want to say is you're strong enough. You know, you should really, as I said earlier, you should really know yourself through your hard times because a lot of people tend to lose themselves through all these things, you know. And I want to tell you that you are strong enough. You know, sometimes you don't even know the power that you have, you know, to other people. You know, I didn't really know the impact I have on people's lives until they reach out on me and start asking me things and start, you know, being amazed by me. And then I started like, I'm more than enough than my problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, so you should really be strong. You should pray harder. And these are the things, obviously, that everybody else tell people.
Yeah, but you know, it's a different voice telling you. So yeah,
of course. And you know, you should really try to be strong as enough as you can be. I know it's not easy. But it is, gotta be strong.
Yes, you definitely have to be strong, 100%. Thank you so much.
But be strong is not easy though. But you gotta be strong.
Yes, it's not easy to be strong. Especially if you're like just lost somebody really close to you and somebody's like, be strong. How do I be strong? How were you strong? How did you remain strong?
I don't know. I keep saying it's guys. I don't know. Things were just coming, and I tend to realize that my blessings are more than my problems. This is where I started regaining, like, I have lost people, but I'm gaining a lot of things, So I started minimizing time to think about my problems and started increasing my time to think about my blessings in order to move on.
Yes, that's also one thing that I've been trying to do, like practice on my own, is to focus more on the good than the bad.
Yeah, I know it's not easy, but
like it will always be there. The good will always be there. The bad will always be there. But it's just what you choose to focus on and put your energy in. Yeah. So with that said, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed. I hope that somebody out there learned something. I honestly learned a lot. I learned that we have different things, different types of ways in coping with different things. So just because she wrote doesn't mean that you can also, journal. Maybe crying works for you. So just find out. Yes, what is the word? Self-inspiration. English. Say the word though.
Self-isolation.
No, like when you're trying
emotionally incarcerated. Oh, you.
Anyways, guys, this is Africa. And we are back. So for this next segment, we have a short 2-minute game, which is a whisper challenge. So we're gonna be using this two headphones to. No, let me just continue. And we are back. So for this next segment, we have a short 2-minute game, which is the whisper challenge. Are you ready?
Yeah, boy.
You're starting. Your first word is take me back.
Stay with me.
Take me back.
Stay with me.
Take me back.
Bible?
No.
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 Seriously, I can't hear. I can't even read your lips, bro.
You're not supposed to hear.
What did you even say?
You're not supposed to hear.
What did you even say?
Take me back.
Oh. Relationships. What?
Speak louder, I can't hear.
Relationships.
Eh?
Relationships.
One more time.
Relationships.
What did she do?
No. It's okay. Chances are over, bruh.
Oh wow. I didn't even hear anything.
Relationships, I said so.
Oh, first I was like friendships. Teens renewed.
Chances, I can't hear.
Teens renewed.
This is good.
No, teens renewed.
Treat you good.
Teens renewed.
Teens renewed.
Yes! Oh my word. Crazy love. Crazy love.
Crazy love.
Yes! I feel like that was easy. Are you thinking here?
Yeah, I heard it though.
You heard it? Nee?
The things are not louder. Warrior.
Ah?
Warrior.
Worried.
Warrior. This is your last choice. Warrior.
One.
Nope.
One.
Warrior.
How am I supposed to get that one?
What?
Oh my word. So there you have it, guys. It was a short 2-minute game. If you made it till the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. You are the real one, period. Drop a black heart if you made it till the end of the video. If there is a black heart. If there's no black heart, drop a white heart. Ne?
Yeah.
Yes. So you can follow Bianchi on her Instagram handle. I'll put it down somewhere. Thank you so much. See you guys next year.
Subscribe.
Yes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next year on our next episode. Bye.